Hey guys, so I'm going to do another book review. This book was actually given to me for Valentine's Day this year, my first Valentine's that I had ever celebrated. Um, Basically, my guy had us go to all of our places where we first met, like our first date, all of the special places in our relationship, and at each place, he had a book for me. Um, this is the first book. He actually bought the entire series for me, and this is the first book that I got. You can see all of that. It's called Red Rising, and it's by Pierce Brown. This book kind of snuck up on me. I will admit that for the first couple of chapters, not that I was really bored, I just was really like trying to figure out what I was reading. And then after that, I really got into it. So the series is basically about a colony of people or generation, several different generations of people who live on Mars, and they live underneath the surface mining so that people from Earth can come and live on Mars and it'd be, habitable. But what he finds out is that they've been told that for generations and people are already living on Mars. Like they have a completely set up civilization with cities and buildings and all this kinds of crazy stuff. It really blows my mind. So in the beginning, he essentially him and his wife, they're really young. They're probably like 13 or 14. This is just the way it works with this kind of environment. They all get married young. They probably all die young. It's kind of the cycle. Him and his wife become martyrs essentially for the cause. They don't really know the truth, but they do know that they're basically living as slaves and they got to get out of here. Like, this isn't good for our health, et cetera, et cetera. There's just so much more to it than that. And his wife dies, which you find out on the back cover, so that is not a spoiler. His wife dies, and essentially the entire series is born out of this kind of revenge slash I need to know the truth slash I need to set my people free slash I am going to change my entire life. He basically revamps himself. All this stuff happens, which I'm not going to tell you because you should read it, where he eventually has to change his face, he has to change his body, he has to become a completely different person in order to fit in with the Golds. Um, I would definitely recommend reading this book. It's really great. Once you get to a certain part, I will admit that I cried because a good amount of people died and for a very stupid reason. Um, it kind of reminds me of, if you've ever read any of these books, it reminds me of a cross between a non-televised The Hunger Games and Lord of the Flies. So if you can think of, that whole dystopian future where people are like dying and it's, and people are watching and kind of like rooting for certain people, and then cross it with the Lord of the Flies where we're on our own. We were put here for a reason, but we have to, build our own colonies, build our own civilization. We have our separate castles that we live in. You basically get to grow with the main character and see who he becomes, this sort of killer, but at the same time with a conscience. I would definitely say read it. I do have the other two books in the series, so I will most likely be reading those as well. I did start the second one already, so I'm kind of excited about it. I just don't really know what to expect, which is a good thing because the first book was so great, and I also didn't expect it, that I'm really looking forward to reading the next one. So if you've ever read this book or if you liked it, disliked it, anything like that, just let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will be glad to see you for my next book review. Thanks.